Could the Brooklyn Nets 2018 first-round pick be on the move yet again? Surely not. Except apparently yes. According to Cleveland.com's Joe Vardon, the Cleveland Cavaliers have fielded numerous calls already about a potential trade headlined by the could-be top 5 selection they acquired from the Boston Celtics as part of the Isaiah Thomas-Kyrie Irving blockbuster. Preliminary discussions don't have to mean anything, and it doesn't sound as if general manager Koby Altman is initiating the conversations, but even picking up the phone to talk carries significance. Sending Irving to Boston was always about Brooklyn's pick, per ESPN. Zach Lowe. Rerouting it now, or at any point prior to the draft, would come as a downright shock unless Cleveland has an ironclad guarantee from LeBron James that he won't bolt in free agency next summer. Nothing suggests it's received such assurance. The decision to pull the trigger on Irving's departure after taking stock of Thomas' hip injury implies the exact opposite, as TNT analyst David Aldridge wrote for NBA.com. Anyway, James can afford to be sanguine about his future. Wherever he plays, championship opportunities follow. The Cavs don't have that luxury. Which is why they were never going to blow up the proposed deal from the Celtics. That deal held the key to their future, their possible LeBron future. There was no chance they were going to walk away from that. The moral of all this, Cleveland won't flip the Brooklyn pick without a monster return. This selection is its ticket to a teenage cornerstone under team control for around a decade. It doesn't matter whether James has promised to sign on the dotted line or it's trying to woo him with its trade market aggression. For any deal to make the slightest sense, the Cavaliers need to bring in major pieces that advance their case against the Golden State Warriors beyond next season. And yet, at the same time, the uncertainty tethered to where the Nets pick will wind up in the draft order gives way to varying returns. Obligatory mention, Anthony Davis. Cleveland Cavaliers receive, PF/C Anthony Davis, C Omer Ashik. New Orleans Pelicans receive, PF Kevin Love, SG Iman Shumpert, SF Sidi Osman, 2018 unprotected first-round pick, via Brooklyn. 2021 top 1 protected first-round pick. Someone will eventually float Anthony Davis's name. The Celtics have their eyes very much trained on him, according to Lowe, which many mistake for sweeping availability. Let's get this out of the way, New Orleans is not trading its 24-year-old megastar unless he asks out. Davis cannot explore free agency until 2020, player option, and the Pelicans are committed to testing out his partnership with DeMarcus Cousins. They won't be painted into a corner until next summer at the earliest, and that's only if Cousins leaves and they're unable to make a subsequent splash via free agency. They're most likely in the clear until the 2019 February trade deadline, if not that summer. In the event Davis tries expediting his exit, New Orleans can get better offers from other teams, Boston among them. But Cleveland has a good starting point with the Brooklyn pick, and an even better chance of sitting at the big kids table if the Pelicans aren't interested in a full-fledged teardown. Moving Davis and jettisoning Cousins would allow them to start over. Keeping the latter and pairing him with Kevin Love would keep them competitive. And if Cousins sticks around past this season, they'll have a nice young wing in Sidi Osman and that likely top 5 pick to fuse present and future ambitions. Absorbing the 2 years and $21.3 million left on Iman Shumpert's deal won't hurt if the Pelicans are ditching their 3-year, $33.9 million commitment to Omer Ashik. He'd also be extremely helpful for at least one season, while Solomon Hill recovers from his torn hamstring. Snagging Cleveland's 2021 first-round pick could prove to be huge as well. Both Davis and James might be gone by then, in which case New Orleans could be looking at another top-end prospect, a coveted asset whether it's rebuilding or flirting with contention. The Cavaliers have zero to think about here. Davis's price tag is high relative to their stable of assets. But if you have the opportunity to pair the best player in the NBA with one of the potential heirs to his throne, you must do it. DeMarcus Cousins relocation, take 2 Cleveland Cavaliers receive, C DeMarcus Cousins, SG Etuan Moore, SF Rade Zagaric. Memphis Grizzlies receive, C Tristan Thompson, SG Iman Shumpert, C Alexis Agenza, 2018 unprotected first-round pick, from Cleveland via Brooklyn. New Orleans Pelicans receive, C Marc Gasol, PF/C Brendan Wright. Hopefully you enjoyed your trip into pipe dream territory. Welcome back to reality. Cousins is the more realistic target if the Cavaliers are trying to poach one of the Pelicans' premier bigs. He's a 27-year-old all-star, but his impending free agency would make it easier for New Orleans to let go.